is Buadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Assembly your friend Tertiary circuit court. I then one court 9 times until you are able to prove say emrana or no agina so e take a decision sambrano emunya din anase enyembrano. Shut the fuck up. All that she's doing as the boss of Ghana Bar Association is 1, to protect her husband, and 2, to do the bidding for the NPP. Edu market no enya bind dia o. Say abai decided say obey bibi we duma a voluntary a bind a aboa. You can choose to vote against the NDC for 50 years. I don't fucking care. Me and family who a wona wo problem no enya me.
Kevin Taylor na pony bi ho no. I am a pony bi ho. Na mama why are you? What did mama ye? Unti ye. And the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Mama send 6 months salary. O pian dia tom. Mama 6 months salary. Mr. Muya calculation wo. A comment session mame. Ebe say. O pian dia tom Mahama case ebe boa. We ye no sinchia Kevin Taylor chere say. Edum for no. Aye. Blue light for na. Omon pese aban besi market na dia mom so mom besi o made no di enti omon pese aban besi ne say illegal connections o maye wo ho no aban ba ni nyina to betwa wo say nipa neguon dodo na illegal collection na no maye illegal kwa bom radi yesu na Kevin Taylor san fire o say jugate yes na wife na ye Ghana Bar Association se president o say na yesi joga te pese obeli di NPP sa wow ene mintinda eno se wo joga te wo honsam kren kan wiye wo joga te obe minister de ye ho honsam yen kan wiye
what Ghana mo ye demonstrations really by invitation enya Ghana fo a anka me hu say demonstrations really by invitation that I yeah, demonstration here invitation won kwa bra mo 28 Ghana mo jimi o mo ankanya Ghana anka me hu say demonstration strictly by invitation da echen say ye kwakọ ye de be fo bi hu ade demonstration ye ma obi ababi dey say strictly by invitation I demonstration kitwe bi placards bebre strictly by invitation demonstration me hu bi da ni battery fe ye be chamo ana ye be chamo ana ye be cheko say. And a demonstration so demonstration must strictly by invitation. Be who be that? Demonstration am I invite? Please come. Wait that. Demonstration mu sala koko sala mono. Strictly by invitation demonstration. About 28 pe. Kiawe chamu omambo ko this schedule. Me pese me ka se bi kire mo. Mo amoye badwemba fo na munim nyansa pa na. Let me show you. Let me ask you this. Me ka se bi kire na me to aso. You see, imrebi bonfa ko tiketwa muka imrebi sa boy si omo so mo demonstration mu bi esom ko che galamsey fo muka me kire mo amoso mo demonstration mo kwasea me kire mo de de mo ye me say sa anko for mo nya dwumo o mo yusu mu so mo agimi ma me ka asem ntum tirim se de atikrom ha ena ko tiketwa se wakọ galamsey site akọ che Chinese fo ne antia ena ko tiketwa be ka kire se wokutatuo ode ne nkofo omakọ galamsey site akọchi de akọchi eye galamsey fo na akọtiketwa ya ọkọchi galamsey fo no. Do you know say sa assembly de court now do you know the funny thing munnim bibi anytime ka jen say mo strictly by invitation demonstrators no mo ajibi kotiketwa eso ọkọchi Chinese fo Emi de san for the Kojina court, Chinese for they said they call court for 9 times. Your friend Kotikitwa so may witness Wadakim, Mumuza Kotikitwa so koye. Unimsa Kotikitwa ko chase uncle for New Year. And a Kotikitwa ko jiska. Court. A police prosecutor now or prosecute Chinese for no. Tertiary circuit court asem na making Tertiary circuit court kwatikitwa ka so kwachi galamsey for mukai sa galamsey for kwatikitwa so achi omo no or cheese galamsey for say Chinese for the no any idea assembly call court any catch kotiketwa say ombra metna de come as a witness takrade circuit court mumuza kotiketwa say adentina wanko kotiketwa go jisika galamsey Chinese for 9 times court your friend kotiketwa cho letter man kotiketwa anko ebesin there and the kotiketwa catch so the demonstration in the mumuza say kotiketwa adena koti galamsey for no wanko court anko witness because per the court document go and find out, go to the court. The records are there. Go to Li Boasheng 55 years. Li Dedri 35 years and Li Zhengjun 51 years. Now go to Takrade Circuit Court. Chinese for me and sa mamimbo mudinchiro. Sa kotiketwa we kwasia wo nya djuma. Mumuza le say na kotiketwa asam na your friend Takrade Circuit Court add na one court 9 times. They reached out to Kotiketwa 9 times. Come and be a witness because when I also kochi unim de oyeye omuchi nkofo no no na Kotiketwa ko jiska enu ti na besin ne Kotiketwa nhyeda enka asam no adenti na one court anko a witness mummusa Kotiketwa mo Jimmy na jobless fools we edadawo. Go to Takrade Circuit Court, go there and ask, say, sa case na yede eyedien Chinese form yensa ye frabako Li Buansheng with the 55 years. And Li Deru also the 35 years. And Li Zhengang 51 years. Sa anko form yensa we. Oko Takrade Circuit Court. Takrade Circuit Court. A hona case no. Now, Mumbusa say identity a friend say on metna court na onya witness because on na so kwachi Chinese for no unim na mo ye on Chinese for no we no and the Chinese for no boss na frɛ Kotiketwa because a Kotiketwa appear o court a Chinese for ntumi jeli omo mumusa say case ko si say kwasia and mama Jimmy for we and nam Ghana ne hu fin Jimmy for na no nsuo ne hu fin we yare for rapist we kwasia dadamo muchina mumbuza Kotiketwa eya den ye fraud 9 times or court one call okoji sika o Chinese for no boss no ho because some catch and says or appear or court near free case na or your witness you be jeli Chinese for no mumbuza talent no one court 9 times Kotiketwa na nam Ghana ai de nimu fin se ofuiba kika nkwase asem ye demonstration mon fra mo Kotiketwa musa no Kotiketwa aboa eni tina oba jawa na wusu mumbuza Kotiketwa se aden wan court wo micro D mumbuza micro D Kotiketwa okoti Chinese for no acho Chinese for the trick was that senka court ekoye witness say ono na chi Chinese for no ne nkwase for na ye be jeli Chinese for no tamusika ma no enu ntina be sinne ye friend of Takrade Circuit Court say ombra no metna box him na or admit say ono na chi Chinese for no ono na ya witness to the crime they were committing Kotiketwa aye di mumbusa no me obi ya dem tumisha na anam ka say we mom ye nwan or say ye mom poison no mudi no mu om de say nkura enti mum fra Kotiketwa na mu say for 9 times because he was the prime witness of that case and I'm a prime witness and you know so kwachi omo ya jani case for 9 times mumusan say adentina one court for 9 good times Kotiketwa kwase ya benyi we ni nam Ghana where he just a dirty riffraff onye djuma he's jobless ultimate tuane bills Chinese for no kwaji sika omo intimi de okay mumfa say me mabodam mumusa Kotiketwa say adena 9 times your friend one court na dake mumusa no keke mumusa Kotiketwa amon friend mumusa no kwasia oye say Ghana no eye kuo kitiwa bi dia bo de munim de eba na mama me ko benim extortionists like that Kotiketwa Jimmy for. Now look at this story. Edum asamesi wo ho asamesi wo edum nyina ne say yes say traders at Edum Blue Lights oppose KMA's plan to reconstruct the ravaged market, insists they are ready to self-fund the project. You see, Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly for say, eja eto PZ edum. Nipa bebre eja padie hye. The reasoning nyina say, na traders ana edwadifo a na ebi wo edum no, omo de gas hye omo dem. Ebi so aye illegal connection, sorry. Ebi ma illegal connection. Ena ebi mo so no, hydrant a insuo be fam ma de adum gya no omo sisi store esi so efiri so omo so omo nana asase. Aban abaya hydrant a sebio insuo ye hia nsuo a pressure wom na ye de adum gya. Omo PZ woni bi egu concrete wo hydrant ne so. Ena omo sisi store wo so ukobu so omo se omo nana ne otumfo. Enti se omo nana ye otumfo nkwa de eja ne nhye ena eja ne so hye omo. Ende KM say omo pese omo boa na omo si edien eye edwa no eye PZ fo ni bia omo nom red no omo say omo ntiase omo ankasa de omo sika be si PZ no ohun ti bia ohun de bia meka kire mo sankofo we omo asem ba ja omo no omo mbre so omo asem ba na se eja eda omo tirim no omo eja ehye omo pempema jaima eja ne hye omo ankodu omo hwinim omo se eduru omo hwinim na eye ku omo ano omo nsuo. These were the same people. NPP minority ko jina adwom ho ka kire omo say omo hye aban ne say afa aban ne fa sika mra na omo eden omo ye edum market no yehu edum market fo ne bi na omo TV so ka say NDC aban ende de eja ne hye no time nsuo efa nkofo wo eye de awonamemu no NDC aban ko pay sika ma omo adenti de eja hye omo de NDC aban pese omo beye Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly eto bi omo gibia eye aban sika enso won say omo ye say omo de eye sika ne bi ebesi dwa no omo so omo mpene. It is because adi bi omo ye bia no omo ni da ho ene jam se nkofo we bi no se okoto se eja ehye omo a mane hye omo edu point akaka no mo wu a na wabo omo efiri se eno no mo de be kai omo anchi de to omo se eja ne start se ehye na pempe na udum na on kai enti ma eja ne hia medu ne kon na nka ne hwene enti wudum gya na next time onam na so oni atiko oni ani na ohwene nko a obekai se ne nkwasi ade bi oye ye ntine nde oni ano oni hwene oni atiko a owo de eni nko a. That is the issue. These were the same people NPP ba adwom ho ebeka say omo insist say John Mahama aban no ebe yi sika ba be si market na mete ya meka kire Ghana for say edum market no enya aban dia o say aban decide say obey bibi we edum a eye voluntary eye aban na eye aboa ini say ende aban say opese oboa omo mu adwom so omo mpene omo apese omo ye uni de omo pese omo ye. Now the moment they push aban away, the moment they take over the construction of the market, what is going to happen is say ejana eto edum no 10 times probability say ebi beto edum in 2 months no it is high. You know why? Because aban ka say obe rebuild the KM na aban has to make sure say all the rules are a govern building a market or say aban di emrani nyina so. Baby also see hydrant or say hydrant. Baby also see kwan to or say kwan to. Baby also making sure say pedestrians omo nam kwan ho efa. Because they don't want the government to come in and make sure all these things are done right. Because Saban ka say or ba build the edum na e was say electrification system ni nyina ye. Na ye regularizing or send be ya obi wo edum a onya illegal connection e man ko fire outbreak mba. Now these are the small things sir. Edum PZ blue light one. These were the things they were doing. Majority of them were running this market on illegal lines. 90% of them, a German no light bill, no more running on illegal lines. 90% of them, a German no timno, na omo gas esis yomo shops. 90% of them, hydrant na insuo jinema yedibe dum jano. Sa hydrant no more titeso, almost sisi stores waso. 90% of them, a general no say there are so many things that are not right, but because they were making illegal money there, no, they did not care. And it's not a bankers or person or streamlining a general one penny because there are so many of them there, and there's a bank general almost light bill. They cannot open a shop. There are so many of them that aban eden market na there are so many illegalities are end to be nkoso and anything that they are pushing back and anything that omo say omo penny say KMA na omo want the right to build a city, to build the town, to make sure the town is demarcated well, the market space is actually shared in the right way, exit plans are there, entry is better. Omo pese sa de besi because sa nipa kakra na omo edumo no, the illegality they were doing there no omo twati. It is one go deeper. I deal with no more resisting, no, and yet because of KMU, it is because of illegality. No more to me yet. Hey, a Janet to Eduno, PZ, no. There are about 3 or 4 things in a major toho. 1, illegal connections. 2, gas. I will need you know them. 3, hydrant. I was a so major toy bedum. Sign your way and a she gano. And you'll be a betray jatumu. And you'll be and a betray jatumu. Eye omwankasa actions and a shigano and anything and there KM person oba na oba fix almost omon pene na mi busa o sem penifo ofia in penifo ofia boss, what do you want me to read, Mr. S? No, don't, we are not going to spend time on it. Which one? Okay, get me the statement, Mr. P. Get me the statement. Mr. P, get me the statement. Yes, I need to read it. Enti dia unu wahano. Eye deliberate. Eye fascicate. Eye premier fascicate. Eye omusuban no. Uko kanu kura chiro mo, uko kan mo ni pe. Omo be dane into otumfo we didi na atem. Da bia metena TV so ka kira santefo, omo so me santefo chen me. Mepe obi odi one tape, single tape beba social media. Say Kevin Taylor do two for them. I'll quit my job. What you say, Jimmy? It is not going to stop me from telling you the hard truth. Answer now, okay, kano. And look when I share me ding. So I guess we do two for them. Now I share me ding. When you crow, if you say it means as some no corner may catch them no, nobody in Ghana, even from Asia, can bring a single tape and say Kevin did my term. We do two for them. Or two for said to show me anywhere here Ghana. I mean show. He loves what I am doing to you people because none of them move be more Jimmy. Ain't it? The more and more yes, mama tabaine yekesiye. Then it means that I am really making an impact in some of you, your foolish lives. Because mon kwasi adini bi na essay asantemai. Ain't mo pa edumuno, mo amon kwa chichire. Mo amon kwa illegal connection. Mo amon kwa de mbesa mo ye. Eja to mo ebebo mpa manahye mo. Every say mumu bi no mo Jimmy. You don't want change. You don't want anything better to come home. Nanka asem we si nanka a whole KMA epese obua na ye chichire. Why do you stop it? It is because you are doing something illegal. Enti, I am not going anywhere. And I will not go anywhere. And I will insist that the right thing is done. I am not going anywhere. And yet the mo be kan be sesa bibi. And yet the mo asantifoni bi. Mo amuti kumasa mo be kan be sesa bibi. Sebio. Omo mudi hini fitu omo kwara benko mo jahindi no hoko. Now who are you? Ain't me? And yes, because me do two for attempting a master benum. No, I am still waiting for you people to come show me one tape. I made you two for attempt because the two for himself, more santiphone mudu do a minimum chemo, mumudu do, or two for himself minimum chem. Because on to me can be bedroom or can what them was a two for trouble to send me unim de ye. Ain't it? Mombramu wasi na yen tumu for nian tiamo, mumubi na mo Jimmy. I don't care. Mamika will be. You can choose to vote against the NDC for 50 years. I don't fucking care. Me and family who. And you want your problem, no? And you me. Maintain. This is another thing. Almost all penny. Care me. Say, pizza to for so penny. I'm in your life, momo. But you see, the reason why I'm in your life, momo, and say, Sebio, and you'll be a pizza to be an a convoy. And you'll be a pizza to be an illegal connection. And you'll be a pizza to be an a Sebio with Jimmy. Care me. You need to find a way to make sure the right things are done. They need to adhere to the rules and regulations. And just how we are peace that need to over to me the one castle and Russia will come on same now why light. No. KMA should insist that they supervise the rebuilding of PZ Blue Light. So almost someone it should not go on. Abayna omani yachichiro. Enya nkwasiade bi ne ye o. Enti nipa kuo bi ntumi ndwene say because ade na moye no ho no, se moye any illegality wo ho a, obi wo oye innocent. Oba PZ so obedi dwa. Kwasia bi nti na gas akọ explode na ni pewu. Dabi. Me maame, me wofa. Me se wa bi betuma aba PZ wo so obeto ade. Kwasia bi illegal connection nti ebekum wofa. Maintenance mempene. Into the KMA, you need to be resolute. You need to make them understand PZ, you know, and the omukochichirin was space. But as far as PZ, Ghana so, they need to adhere to rules and regulations. It's very important. Thank you. Yes, now, Mr. P, that's a long statement. Mr. P, what do you think? I just saw it in the. That's a long statement. Do you want some parts? You want to highlight some parts, or you just want me to go straight and take care of everything? It looks like a long statement, Mr. P. Yeah. I have it on the system though. If you want me to go through everything, I will try, but it's quite a long statement, Mr. P. Yeah. Team, look at it. If you want to highlight some points, just do the highlighting quickly and let me know. We should go through it. Okay, then give me the highlights, please, team. I beg you. All right, so another story, and with the NPP for Naba. Exactly 4 p.m., which is 8 p.m. Ghana time, we will switch to the CJ issue. Ghana Bar Association in some of the other, then we take care of business. Now upon exactly at 9 Ghana time. Inti mensu, we have time day. Now, Kodjon Pieni na ye chief of staff, Emma ye papa kufo, wambe bobra. Ya papa kufo, wambobra ba kukra. Obaye, eyi kakra obedi ye, aban kakra obedi ye, eyi bia okobi. O kana sana bufu. Now, Mr. Pieni, Papa we na ye chief of staff, Emma ye papa kufo. Papa we na Canada Japan didi na temse ni tisa monching. Mr. Pieni nya minshira bebia obia. Wakasa afa eye who born doctor no. And I said eye NPP for thank you to na almost omoko no. Now, who born doctor na ekoso no? All right, highlight it for me, Mr. S. Highlight that for me. Who born you to na eye ekoso no? Edin sembe braba. And yen nyina be hu say the NPP from day one who born dog and I say thank you to na omo it's all to project Baumia. The Mike Okwe ne report no na Baumia eyi party bi wom and opeso the campaign, that's all. Thank you to is not to reconcile anything. It's not to bring the party back. It is for them to project Baumia, to make Baumia the flag bearer. And I'm telling you on authority, Mahamoud Baumia will be the flag bearer of the NPP. Omo decide we the Mubebia and Kubibia. Mahmoud Baumia will not cross 24% in 2028. It's one case and you are stuck. Now, Mr. Mpieni, or no, and J.A. Kufuor, chief of staff, Onana Sebio Otukufuofu, Onna Sebio Kufuor Bino, now you says Sebio Onimiansa on the President Kasa, President T. And the MPP for who born doctor na Omoyana. Edidi atem sekantwe asumbo ene nimtia abemuno papa mpenifo mo party no so akasa omo hu ne say bibi koso a enye also mo so de omano de etum. Now who born dog eye to no start wiki in sembebre si within 3 days 4 days in sembebre say ahwe ne apekwan bi so and stop these animals, that's how I call them, because they cannot organize themselves. Ya stop this tower who born dog to we ebekunipa. Now, Kodjon Pieni Akasa or say the chairman is the leader of the party. He should be the face of this tour, not a candidate who may want to contest as flag bearer again. Tie brofono. Kodjon Pieni wa bin ye. Papa fireman we Canada Japan ya muhuna na adwene adwume. Okache papa we say ni tise amonche. Yes. And I'm Kodjon Pieni ne kofoso na Canada Japan be ye nipa. And the onama otutu na basa se owosika. Saa ne kron no sika na oso we nya no. eye kodwom pieni mu ene bo Ken Agyapong ma ne be ye nipa ene Ken Agyapong otumi gina simpieni no aka che kodwom pieni se ne tisa amonchi Ken Agyapong otumi bie na no edi eye kodwom pieni atem Kennedy ote America Bronx na konkonte no chichere onye adwuma papa bia na brabom adwuma bia ni America obekwa ebeka se Ken Agyapong he used to work here ebi ni ho enti de bia na metwi taxi 4 on kano kre now eye kodwom pieni o say chairman na or that party na no on na the leader of the party now because right after election 2024 no the campaign na a campaign to win elections no it got dissolved. Right now we don't have any campaign in the party. The day to abani we ya ka say John Mahama win elections no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ceased to be the flag bearer of the NPP, meaning as we speak today the party has no flag bearer. Enti why say yebeko to na yemma the chairman of the party why say bosom yehwe junso guru so ontumi nkasa. Why are they not allowing the chairman of the party to be the face of the who born dog tono? Why couldn't pay any busa? Because or say to make Bawumia the face of the tono and to make Bawumia the face of the who born dog tono or say it is problematic or say a deliberate ni pebi na asheda epese omoma Bawumia esa contest be wini flag bearership ni biem enitin na omode Bawumia enim aye the campaign tono kodwom pieni na ekasa. But yatra ha ka kire Ghana for say Satowe, it is not about NPP. It is about Bawumia repositioning himself and installing himself on the party. Here right now, no NPP omu Bawumia be abatros, a force. Because our some sense of entitlement say now or your vice president for 8 years or be a running mate for 8 years for 16 years no obi any party ma onim nyansa chen no enti Bawumia na onya MPP ni na ne kro no oboma akofo nti e Bank of Ghana ya slot no na oni party card e be the MPP e running mate no today Bawumia feel say or this year child this year no and it's always steady Bawumia kasem and the way he moves with his team Bawumia technically is doing a coup. He's self-imposing himself on the party. The party Bawumia will be the one who will be their flag bearer. And Meka Namosre, the NPP as a political party, Mahamudu Bawumia will sketching will be Kennedy Agro would you go to the 80 million. No? Sika Bawumia na yere Samira area in that 8 years. The indirect Sika omu through companies omu insurance companies. And the chrono Bawumia still believes say or that financial minds to still lead and rig an election. Inti Bawumia and the team they don't respect any fool in the party. They don't respect the NPP constitution. Every single step Biano Omu say they are running the party, the day-to-day running of the party. No, Bawumia believes say on the running and into the end kodwom pieni obetna NPP mu ne enwo Bawumia. Or say party no motor no omokoro omoboa. Na kodwom pieni esa kan asem foforo. Or say den I believe they should take a step back. What is happening is not good for the party. Suspend the tour, get back indoors and find a way out of this mess. Kodwom pieni say muntie Kevin Taylor advice no de ma mo enra no. Or say tour no mun suspend the end ya. Dia ye wu no e say party ni more if you say mo gibi. Enra me advice NPP say suspend the tour this week. And Ms. Shemo, I in fact insisted say I am commanding the NPP to suspend the tour. And the kodwom pieni say ampa Kevin Taylor say no kan nyansa wom. The NPP should take a step back. Because what is happening no, it does not look like a reconciliation tour. It looks like war where people are planning to kill each other on a tour. It looks like a plan for people to murder people on a tour. Into Kodwom pieni say the NPP should listen to Kevin Taylor. I advised you people yesterday. In fact, I didn't advise, I insisted. I commanded you people to end this unnecessary tour. Now kodem pieni sa kan sembi. Ose sorry, Arthur Kennedy, also a founding member of the party. Also, can be for the war torn. Because right now we all know say the war torn or any thank you tour or who born you dog, who born dog tour, aka war tour. This is a war tour. Oh my man, you say omo yebe poison obi pe yebe ku obi pe sato we wie ni eku obi ya poison obi yere yeku obi sato we wie ni awo obi sika ye wie ni poison obi pe me na I'm promising you people sankofo we wie to we ni poison ni patre no boku mu nyina to atwene we mo om de makri begu aduane mu sisi a o te bas na woda na o refill water bottle om de begum see a core party event na see eche aduane me say to we enwie ni ekum bebre we a murder tour. This is a murder tour. Arthur Kennedy swato aso akasa or say he wants to speak on the war tour. Dia na wakafa war tour no. Or say I will only endorse Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia if he can show one instance on the record when he condemned the National Cathedral, Galamsey, and corruption. Arthur Kennedy, or America, or a doctor, or Kahoni NPP, or say, or no, or Ben Dossi Bawumia, Sabawumia, Eka Eya Adiaba Kupemana. Unmariko Buzano, or Sabawumia and channel a single day officially on one kasa, a stage, a condemning the illegal National Cathedral, na ikufado $58 million omudi. Where did he ever stand on any platform to condemn a National Cathedral? Ose Bawumia epe ono endorsement. Now person Ghana for onye trufwa. He should tell Ghana for say, and he find original platform so a condemn Galamsey officially as Mahmoud Bawumia. On one instance, onya official a platformer or kasa seriously against Galamsey. And also third one, or say a hifan Bawumia time or vice president for 8 years. Or to me official platformer or to me condemn corruption. Or say Nyoma Miensawi, Bawumia is the hallmark of Nyoma Miensawi. I said that is what Bawumia stands for. He cannot endorse Bawumia because Bawumia cannot answer these three questions. After the party Penifoni him say the party stands for corruption, the party stands for Galamsey, the party stands for duping Ghanaians. And the party in Penifoni krom wo fobuno. Omnim say the party is the corrupt party. Arthur Kennedy indirectly is telling Ghanaians say that party you see is a party that encourages corruption. It's a party that encourages Galamsey is a party that encourages misuse of national funds. And Arthur Kennedy call your founding member no or say he cannot endorse Bawumia until Bawumia answer these questions. But Bawumia cannot answer because we lived with Bawumia for the 8 years as a vice president. Bawumia was never able to condemn the National Cathedral, even though he knew it was criminal. Bawumia never for once condemned the Galamsey because he knew Chairman Wontumi was involved and Chairman Wontumi was leading his campaign. Chairman Wontumi was the person dredging and destroying the forest reserve in Ghana. Bawumia knew. Kate Jemfua was supporting Bawumia's campaign. Kate Jemfua was doing serious Galamsey. Kojo Oponkruma was supporting Bawumia's campaign. Oponkruma was doing serious Galamsey. Samia Uku, Nanabi. All the people who were following Bawumia around are all Galamsey members. So he knew, and we all know that Bawumia could not condemn Galamsey because his source of funding was coming from illegal mining. Now, Yanko enim mi jujum yani obi ani ntokwa. And listen, ejuma na ewo no ha no enye say time obi. It is for us to let you know the truth. Adikudi ente nipa bebre empe asem no anase omni all problem ne say the ya kan no kre. Na the ya say they don't have any facts to counter whatever we say here. Eno na ya na eye nipa bi ya. Eno na ma nipa bi de bia no mo ye den omo kasa. De bia no mu di atem. But when say almost started the attempt check, but it did not change anything. And they keep doing it. It's not going to change anything because Ghana for our Mopendo they are listening to Nukreno and Ghana for Jimmy. 8 years about Baumia be president. They saw what Baumia did. 8 years at NPP bar power. They saw what Chairman Wuntumi did. They saw Baumia closeness to Chairman Wuntumi. National Cathedral na omodeya boy chrono. Amenomko 2 year over $58 million. They saw how Baumia was involved, praising the president and praising the people who were pushing that agenda because they were making money out of it. Some penifo we nyina hu de na ekoso. Until today, why should we as Ghanaians and as me Ghanani Kevin Taylor me metra nkanche say fatumi koma nipa we a ye nyina enim so aboy krono we di abro. Why should I do that? Echire me Jimmy, echire me mpe Ghana yi. Sebio PZ4 amohwe me. Sa video e bia mo dodo no mo hu e TikTok, e Facebook. Where Madam Tokonu, Chief Justice on suspension. Where Asema Okan time and or Chief Justice active. She has all the time to sleep. Or say, since or start a year law and as obedi Chief Justice, I this are to be initiated in Simno. A year decision being what we take care. One ma when Jina emraso ain't take his decision. Or say, since a wono or no Araba Tokonu. Nyame boa na oni nemu deche. Ebenya the position as a Supreme Court judge and the Chief Justice. Or say, there has never been a day, we take a decision. What the assembly when jina emra so endi asem no. Na all kasa kwere ni no say, de dan kofo ye. Eni sebio ensankwa sa atem na all kasa nsebu na ekufuade na wo power. Or say, dede ene nsem keka nkofo keka no mframem amanfo etwa dwadwo amanfo piripini yom ho keka nsem o se eno de sebio eye nsem hunu eye de eye bosremuka o se emra no ene mra no ono ogina mra so ena odidi de djuma ene gina o se the law is the law o se no amount of the no amount of noises o se enye de dede hunu ankofo ye eka se na Chief Justice asama beto naso levi da naso wanhwe ema afenwama ken kasongo de asama bro 2 days pepe wagina sa asem no so na nsema na wo ho a wabatogu a de ehia na ogina o se sa nsem na eyedede ma no efri se ono dwumadie bi a wodi no Supreme Court no mra na ogina so the law mra ne mra amtokonu satana ekufuado en Chief Justice ana nani age na nsem bia koduru Supreme Court a se NPP for nsema na wajatum na wedi omochi na waboa omo sa asem ne ba na hu ni se asem no ekweti ekufuado ana ekweti NPP pe na wabo ato atwene. In fact mrebi odi mrebi ba se ono nko ani nipa a wo se ohye date ma case bia wo Ghana munim ye refi bo kai se nsem bi ba ma ne tena so easy time na jemensa easy na omobedi dwuma bi a na sebio NDC Ghana for kasa dwuma dia omobedi na omedi no district assemblies district offices no ebe hia so omobeye no the police station Madam Tokonu September 2023 sa time no no se wetu kwan sa time no ne ba no etu kwan no o kasa mo fa asem to no mra if you say court upon murefi na video we asema na o kan nyina ne se o se ono de Tokonu araba since say obey Chief Justice oba Supreme Court no and assembly ni wa aba nanim a wan fa Ghana mra constitution wen gina so wan fa mra ebo den ebo Ghana den mra ho ban wen gina so wan fa ndi asem o see deda nkofo ye ensem o mo keka ade bi asebio omne na adwene enkope ha omo a omo ye de o se ene de eyedede keke efi se ono de the moment obetena konwom se oye Chief Justice ana oye Supreme Court judge ana se ote eye council bia so se ono na ye judge penyini no o se asemi ana emre bia watena so bia no ohwe constitution no na ohwe emra ebo Ghana ho ban na o de take decision eto wie no se emra ena ye hwe na enye tobe enye kasa enye brofo tenten o se eye emra ena ye hwe The law is the law. Or say emrano ene nyame asem. Na de ewe chire de eyankwase akeka. We any asema Madam Tokonu time na Ekufuado ye president at sama obie na no eka kire ye ne Ghana for no. Ship na kwa ko Somalia. The lordship, it went to Afghanistan. The lordship sailed all the way to Uzbekistan. The lordship entered Romania. The lordship came to Ukraine. The lordship turned around to go to Poland. It moved to Germany. The lordship sailed all the way to the UK. That same lordship has landed in Ghana. And that same lordship did not change. That same ship is back. The law is the law. Nothing has changed from the lordship. The same lordship that took off, that lordship has landed in the same condition. It's Emrano and Emrano. As far as you don't have anything else to challenge Emrano, then shut up. So we tell my America semwa or see. So we need be out challenge Emrana until you are able to prove otherwise. Until you are able to prove say Emrana or no ejina so. Edi take a decision no sambrano emunya din anase enyembrano. Shut the fuck up. The legal answer, unless we want something else. What is that else? Something else. No catch them or say so kasana enjina mraswa de o kanyina yankwasi asem to her because ojina mrano so and odi take a decision. Now and the Ghana Bar Association, remember the Ghana Bar Association is just an association. Sometimes, yenya yenshede nyini sa o Ghana no nipa bia ka bibia to etrim at the time yenyini na obi ka kire say Ekufuado de o lawyer onim nyansa until say yenyini ya research de hu say Ekufuado a fake lawyer. Nyama bia o ka kire de say Kwame Nkrumah de no tan santefo until say yenyini de be hu say dabi na santefo di bi epese Queen no eti omo free Ghana ho entina no mo tai Kwame Nkrumah ebisana Kwame Nkrumah pre Ghana nkabom say ye nyina benya independence ye nyina ye beti bibi say JJ Rollins on the not asantefo oku asantefo ni soja ban ye nyina ne ye be research na ye nya abotre tietie nsemu no ye ne ankasa ye kenkan ko ekire no ye hu say nyoma mienu ena ma nipa bi e wa santimemu ana mo NPP mu e ma mo kasa tie JJ Rollins. First one ne say JJ Rollins eba 1979 no obe make sure say omo an omo Ghana for apo sebio na omo take advantage of system because na eduane system any system mu na omo Ghana for apo no JJ Rollins ebe stop it sa ankofo no and a second JJ Rollins buy no ohun say e wo say Ghana de obi aye adwuma e wo say oye adwuma na ne nsa kona no obi antumi fa ne nsa enhye ne damirifem na ontene fie nka say me wo fa wu a de one ne yire ne ma pe no e wo say me koje JJ Rollins ba obetwa asamre mu say obi wu a na yire ne ma ene wo so before the japade no ene ma nipa bi etan JJ nti right now no ye nyini ye research now ye hu say next of kin for ene cookie story no against JJ Rollins because now wo fa ase ade e japade na wo fa ase for pe no JJ Rollins etwemu ene o ka say oba ene be ma bobra se bi oba ma no to ana oba no to a e wo say den e wo say omu baako na sebio obehwe nkora no e wo say japade ne kodo ho eno na ma nipa bi titiri asantefo ni bi etan JJ Rollins ebesi nne enti ensem bo ha wote a wadwene be wo say enokre until you take your time and ask questions and go deep down and don't make sure say wo hu nokre no yenyina ni adwene say Ghana Bar Association one association bi a sebio obi antumi fa omonsan kan ho. But and I can tell you on authority say Sawoti Makola Women's Association ana den Domi Abra Market Women Association ana woti PZ Market Women Association ana Kantamanto ana den KJT Market Kobe Women Association. They are not different from Ghana Bar Association because sa to me na Makola Women's Association and I say KJT Soap Sellers Association and I say Kantamanto Dross Sellers Association Ekutano the same to me. So kote ana oko registered department na so oko register engineer so mugina so edit Ghana Bar Association the same engineer so any edit Makola Women Dross Sellers Association enti until you nyini here be research no I be do this point no and you be who say The Ghana Bar Association is not a unique association. A group of lawyers and omaba together say omo ba betua to na sebio omo group no enyanjina so. That is all. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana baby animu a akere say e was a Ghana ban etibibi a friend Ghana Bar Association lawyer for association a sebio constitution no e show mo kintin say e was say Ghana for ye bu omo ana say ye so mo say omo ye special. No. Before we go into the matter itself, the Ghana Bar Association is not any extraordinary association. Sebio, omo ka sema, e wasi ehuni se omo no nim nyanse nyina wo Ghana. They are just a mere association. Se ko before baku mienu enan, so omo wo kejetia na omo ton ko bi ache na emu nipa 200 but together. Na omo yo madwene se ko bi na omo ton ache no, omo so nyanse omo sua any techniques are almost sibia preserve kobi sibia yetumi ton kobi nyamfa so sibia ekofa kobi omuka se science no omo ba together na omo dia omo kura. They will keep that knowledge na omo pass on the knowledge to ebia enkwara omo person beton kobi a. That group no, it is not different from Ghana Bar Association. Ghana Bar Association lawyers omo go no omo nyina ko school law school and omo so omo come ho abom se ekuo na de omo sua no sebio ensemi ba no machire omadwene. It does not make them bigger or superior than Kobe Sellers Association or Mokijitia. No, they are on the same scale. Omo mati association or yen sorry Anglican Diocese, Women's Fellowship, Men's Fellowship. The standard baby omujina no, whatever opinion they share, the same as Ghana Bar Association to share the opinion. Now the question I want to ask here is simple. Ghana Bar Association no, and yes sorry I saw my release statements and almost statement no almost say the Ghana mra ekano almost ntiase. Now I want to ask a simple question no. So our statement in Ghana Bar Association a release here no, is it an opinion? And I say it is based on law, because your opinion and your mra sebio semi maami for omoton kobi el kantamanto share my ideas on Ghana and Sama. Now say it has got to do with the Chief Justice issues here abasuna. So omoye mistake in sharing their opinion. I will not falter them, because one, they did not go to school to learn law. Their trade is what they are good at. School omoko and say almost send your ton kobi, send your ton kobi a omboka. Send your kwanso auto kobi to preserve and say send your kobi no de bar ube to me and make sure so what on ye. That is their profession. It when they share their opinion on legal issues, not say they get it wronger. I'm not going to blame them, because I see them say the technical know-how, they don't have the in-depth knowledge to discuss legal issues. Now when the Ghana Bar Association embrace na Ghana Bar Association person kebi. Now, so omuka without giving me a reason to believe, say, omu lawyers, and that whatever statement they make is based on law, then it means that Ghana Bar Association, every single individual in there, including their leadership, they are foolish. All because the idea is omuko school and say omutumi say they are different from yamamemo omuton kobi. They have not been able to show us, because if the Ghana Bar Association is expressing an opinion, they should let us know it's an opinion. If they are also stating a law, they should let us know, say, what they are stating is the law. Now the question I want to ask the Ghana Bar Association, I'm going to release a statement in there and say, statement no release here, no, is it their opinion or is the law? Because answer now, let me show you something. Yeah, sorry, and then, and remember, the Ghana Bar Association is dangerous, and say most of the lawyers are Ghana Bar Association. Their ultimate priority is to become politicians, and most of the politicians Ghana, their ultimate priority is to go and get a law certificate and be lawyers to protect their criminality. However you look at those in the Ghana Bar Association, majority of them in there are there because they want to go into politics, or they want to protect themselves from being jailed as political criminals. Don't see Ghana Bar Association say a association sebio omujumadi omudi no and I say jumadi omudi no ebin see that. No, they are not extraordinary. Their opinions are just opinion until they base their opinion on facts and law. Then the opinion is basically seen as makola mamefua omo pese omo discuss a Chief Justice the same way. When the Ghana Bar Association releases a statement, and in that statement they are not able to base anything on law, it means it is almost the same as Sebio Makola Momoni Women's Association a releases statement concerning the Chief Justice issue. No, if you say omo they yen to me for omo, we say omo call law school. They don't know the law, they don't know what the articles say, but they can share an opinion. Ghana Bar Association cannot just share an opinion. They need to even share an opinion based on the law. Now, such statement on release here. I want to ask a question. And here for what statement in my say what they said Biano is based or enshrined in the law. And I say omujina emraso and nobody releases such statement. Remember, nipa odi Ghana Bar Association enimno. Your friend Onye Nikunu eni Jogate. Thank you, team. This woman is the president and ordinary the leader of the Ghana Bar Association. Remember, this woman, Nikruni Jogate. Jogate, ono na opese oye flag bearer of NPP na obeye president. Yen him say Jogate is a criminal when it comes to the SkyTrain deal. Now, this woman, right now as we speak, she is the one leading Ghana Bar Association. She is the one trying to protect Jogate's criminality. She believes that if she keeps the Chief Justice in position, and I said the position or not, the law cannot go after Nikunu Jogate, who is a crazy drug addict. Now, Mami Wei Enim say Nikunu Jogate, who contested on the ticket of the NPP, wanted to be president, and his husband being a former minister, she knows say o protect a Chief Justice, not a Chief Justice, you suspend the Chief Justice. No government can go after a Jogate, all because you say the Chief Justice has the right and power to block any case anyone will make against Nikunu Jogate when he was the minister. Into this woman, what she wants to do or sought to do now and say, or the position as the leader of the Ghana Bar Association, protect political criminals. Political criminals in a sense say, somebody like Jogate, as we speak, the SkyTrain deal now, Okoye say, when investigations are open, now say a Chief Justice who is open-minded and ready to let the system work, the process go on without being biased and being political. Onimseni Jogate will end up in jail. Now, there's a clear conflict of interest here because Jogate, as we speak, is being prepared for court by the new government. Jogate, as we speak, the ministry that he headed is being investigated. Jogate, as we speak, the contract he signed under the NPP government as the Minister of Railways is being studied. It's being considered to be moved to the court. This woman knows that if she does not work hard, now one stopping the process now, the president Edisu Emramun Wedisu na Nikunu Jogate will end up in jail. Now, we are going to take our time and enter. And somebody will say, Jogate as no make out to Jogate suno. And the Kevin Taylor, the Bain and a Fred Jogate say Ebia Omeyi in Sembiano. And Chebia and a Yinawaha and at the NIB invited Jogate about the SkyTrain contract. Inti Jogate Irena Oye, the boss of Ghana Bar Association. No? She knows what she is doing. One, all her actions are to protect NPP criminals who are being investigated by this government. So Jogate, on the 24th of February, the National Investigative Bureau, our Ghana, no, Bureau for no, they called Jogate to question him on the SkyTrain project. So this woman knows her husband is under investigation, sir. Send her, if the case is moved to court, na say enya Madam Tokonua obetuma block a case na. Say Judge Bia na adwene ye adwuma or ye honest. It say the current acting CJ or ye patriotic no. Na obie kwan say prosecution should go on. This woman, her husband Jogate would die in jail because onim say wanye dede when twantro say when create impression be to say John Mahama and the NDC government air politicizing the suspension of the CJ. Nikruno Sebio, there is no way Nikruno ever survive it. It is this woman. All that she's doing as the boss of Ghana Bar Association is one, to protect her husband, and two, to do the bidding for the NPP. Now, Momianko Ridi, Ghana Bar Association, almost statement almost release. You really busa simple questions. Do you who they with Jimmy and the Okano Cray? And then one says so many lawyers in Ghana, they want to pretend they say Omunim say this CJ, there are a lot of question marks on her. The Ghana Bar Association, majority of the lawyers know said this CJ, she was not even supposed to be made CJ. They know. They know that Tokonu did a lot of illegalities before even she got to being the CJ. They know. And they are the ones who tell us. But you see today, they have come out with a statement thinking, Jimmy. Now, Momianko ready Ghana Bar Association for statement. You know? And it's so interesting, say, the Ghana Bar Association, say, the suspension of the Chief Justice by the President, Constitution to me, say, on taking his decision. No? They are trying to tell the President, say, President, you know, and reverse the decision. No? Who born dog? But you see, the Bar Association, and the Ghana Bar Association, make a statement, you know. We don't know, say, the statement, say, an opinion, and I say, it is enshrined, and I say, it is based on law. We don't know, because already Ghana Bar Association for statement now. There is nowhere actually say they are speaking law. There is nowhere they are saying, say, the President, the Council of State, and the committee have gone against the Constitution in any way. So how can we, at the end of the day, take the Ghana Bar Association serious? I will take the Makola Momoni Women Sellers Association serious than the Ghana Bar Association. All because the Ghana Bar Association today cannot speak without referring to the law that they are basing on to tell the President to say, we're taking a step that went against the Constitution. Now, when you read the Ghana Bar Association for a year almost statement, almost release here. Now, we read this statement, let me enlarge it. Send a bear in neighborhood. A year P34 into a mayor side when coming yet. P34, my catcher Mumubi, Munko school now monkey kind. Now, Ghana Bar Association almost statement to release any. Yeah, but kind statement near you and Mebusa must say. Yanina Musa say, and Omujina Mraso, because Chief Justice the catcher said, the law is the law. So when to mention Mraso and say, Emraj or Mahama Buso into Ujina Mraso, Edia catcher say, John Mahama Boom Raso into Yan Sisa, that decision. Then Wuna Woody Ghana Bar Association, the man say, the Ghana Bar Association itself is a foolish organization. It's one of the most foolish associations. And I am calling for a new association to be formed out of the Ghana Bar Association. Because it is looking like the monopolization of Ghana Bar Association. Our Ghana Force, and then a Emo Mujimi. Over America, there are so many different law associations. There are so many of them in America. It is only in Ghana now. Yama Ghana Bar Association, again said they are unique. They are not. They are just mere lawyers. Now, when you read their statement, this is what it says. Resolutions of the Ghana Bar Association passed at its 2025 mid-year conference held at the Labadi Beach Hotel on Saturday, 26 April 2025. We, the members of the Ghana Bar Association, herein assembled at the 2025 mid-year conference of the bar at the Labadi Beach Hotel, La Accra, on this day, the 26th day of April 2025, stand united in our collective responsibility towards advancing the rule of law, justice, and the sustainable development of Ghana. Recognizing the profound and pivotal role of the legal profession plays in shaping a just, fair, and transparent society, and reasserting our commitment to upholding the rule of law, ensuring justice for all citizens, and promoting high standards of integrity within public life, acknowledging the central tenets of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, particularly those enshrined in its preamble, which binds all citizens and the states of the principles of freedom, justice, probity, and accountability. Now, when you read the first page, this is what it says. And in furtherance of the theme of this mid-year conference of the bar, and I quote, expanding the role of the legal professional in national development, positioning the GBA as the fulcrum, end of quote. Now, basically, Omo Kachre say the reason why Omo share ya Omo nyina ko Benkrum and the Omo gyina so achre Ghana fo nyina say eye Ghana lawyers a Omo Ghana any Ghana mbra no Omo pese Omo bo ho ban na Omo make sure say sa eye mbra no sebio aboa edi ama Ghana fo nyina na Omo dwumadie ni say mbra Omo akosua kakra no e wo se Omo bo Ghana mbra ho ban eye constitution a chekere man no ene sebio mbra ye de bo oman no ho bra eno ntin ene Omo call Labadi Beach Omo ko hia ya Omo nyina ano akobankrum say Omo beboa ama Ghana sebio eba legal matters eye judicial matters ene ensema efa mbra ho no Omo beboa ama regina ne naso moma yenko enim ne yenkire yenhu de Omo sa kan ye. Now already Omo statement now, the second page. Let me enlarge it. Said be also be to no makan na ayefefefe. Eye PZ fonti na meyesa. Now go second page now. This is what they say. Matters affecting the legal profession. Almost in sema Ghana emra. Emra. So opese okoye lawyer and obey lawyer nyoma say opese obey lawyer no de de legal profession. Say withdrawal. Point 1, withdrawal of directive on assignment of court and fixing of dates for newly filed cases and applications. Say in 70 bina lawyers power Ghana Emma omudwumadie din no ebinie say emra ya hye say eye data yedi tie nsem yedi konsem ho sebio saa tumi no yedi ama eye de chief justice mamen kan de ehye point 1 nase. Recognizing that the directive by his lordship the acting chief justice on the assignment of cases by his office is uncertain, and having regard to the importance of technology and the urgency of justice delivery, the Ghana Bar Association respectfully requests that this directive be withdrawn and the use of technology in the assignment of cases to the courts enhanced. Say, saying, nya eye entie ene krata bia efri the acting chief justice eye Mr. What's his name? Chief Justice the acting chief justice. Now, almost say more problem with the directive now. The acting chief justice. The abase courts Assembia ebeba say ebema date. Say judge bia yebeyi ni se ontena so no. E wo se ni nyina efa ni nsem na oche data yentena asem we so ene judge ontena asem we so. Omo say sa asem na Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice, Edebetu Gano, Omo dia Omo mpene so. Sebio, Omo pese Chief Justice no, oche sa asem ne sign. Enti, the acting Chief Justice, Mr. Bafuboni, directive of Oman last week, say assembia wo court ene, na say yebe pat dates, yebe yi date amasa asem na, e was say a fan in sem, or so on a chere say, or chirechi assembly or say a can, or chirechi na otre say ne, or say assembly ye kohono. And the Ghana Bar Association is say, Omo pese to the acting Chief Justice say, Sa dia ne dia Omo bonju so, na emom, e was say Chief Justice use technology a. Ni nyina ne say, Chief Justice no, making sure say, Omo technology bia, and na automatically a picky judge or better asem so. Any ada ye be dia asem no. Into omo de omo she Chief Justice ne say, sa asem no de abeto abonten no ontwen sign na omo ye use technology a. Any sebe system a automatically and no be pick date na a pick judges or better cases so. You see, I keep telling you, say, these people we call the Ghana Bar Association, say, out of respect, any law, any lawyers, any ashe mu Ghana, or sanke to me kase ende, the most foolish association in Ghana is the Ghana Bar Association. Do you know why? The most political association in Ghana, and now we are not supposed to give them any respect. One of the most useless associations in Ghana today. Enya assembly yesro ena yama law ehunahuna ema sebio banchire for lawyer bi ehunahuna Ghana. Eni se Ghana ni bia ema the Ghana Bar Association any respect. Now, onima de kudienti a omo akoshe dem say sa directive na the Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice Mr. Bafuboni making a helm no. It is simple. Okay? So person who say Mami will lead the Ghana Bar Association. She's not smart. She's a politician, and we have to place her where she has to be. And say, tell Madam Tokonu, the Chief Justice act or your Chief Justice no. Near suspended no. Mokai sa case way. I want to remind you of a case. Mokai case way. This was the case, sir. NDC and 4 other political parties sue Electoral Commission over limited voter registration. Mokai. Yes. Sa case no. NDC they call court. Any 4 other political parties this case they call court. Madam Tokonu court no. Now Madam Tokonu the right to call the case before the EC goes or takes that action. But because Madam Tokonu now award the power, let me tell you something. Madam Tokonu ebeye Chief Justice Oshemra say onunkwane the sole person obetumi decide which case, which day I be free case ewo Ghana. The Ghana Bar Association from day one, they did not have a problem with it. So that case we call court. Ghanaians were telling the Chief Justice say she was supposed to immediately give the case to a judge to sit on before the EC takes action. Because the moment the EC goes ahead and takes that action, and I say Omudi Jumana, Ebema Ayade, the judgment from the court will be waste. Inti na Ghana for NDC for other political parties are Omuko court insist Chief Justice. You have the power to make sure say a judge is assembled to make sure say that case is heard before the Electoral Commission takes or makes their move. Mokai sa case way. Now let's go and read Madam Tokonu later. They see here any judgment of Omaye, any what she said. The Ghana Bar Association, they were all in Ghana. They were watching because Nana Dankwe Kufuor Jimmy was basically their leader. This woman who is the leader of the Ghana Bar Association, Nikunini Jogate, who was serving under Ekufuor, who was the flag contestant as a flag bearer in the NPP. This woman did not see anything wrong with it. She thought she believed that decision by Tokonu was the best decision. Kwasiafo and the Omo let's go and read Tokonu's judgment. Otwen yema eye easy. Eko teki sa decision no. Madam Tokonu eye den, what action did she take? Now monhwe. Kwasiafo mo je sa mo kwa na mo te brofo. Let's read the story. Now read this story. This is what the story says. Chief Justice Miridi sa case no achiro. Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu has outlined reasons the Apex Court did not hear the injunction application filed by the National Democratic Congress and 4 other political parties earlier than October 17, 2023. The applicants on September 7th, 2023 sought to restrain the Electoral Commission from carrying out their recently held voter registration exercise made up of the NDC, the Convention People's Party, All People's Congress, Liberal Party of Ghana, and the Great Consolidated Popular Party. They sued the Electoral Commission at the Supreme Court over its decision to restrict voter registration centers to its district offices. Now read this story. Now this is what it says. The suit was scheduled to be heard on October 17th, a decision which baffled the applicants. Now, but explaining the decision in court today, Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu, who presided over a 5-member panel hearing the case, noted that the case couldn't be set on a date because the Apex Court doesn't sit during August and September due to legal vacation. Time NDC for echo court. How many 4 political parties? Echo catch Supreme Court say a day way it's important. It's an emergency. We are going into an election. The EC is taking a decision a bit me destabilize the mind. Madam Tokonu Kachiromo say they cannot sit because on to me ma omu judge bia enkotena case so. You know why? Because on any team or say na judges a vacation. It onya any judge to sit on the matter. The case was supposed to be called on the 7th of September. Madam Tokonu response in her judgment no say ono NNA Chief Justice. Sa time no na court echo vacation enti wa ma ho kwan ema ya mfre judge bia say on betena case ne so. Who had the power to make sure a judge comes to sit on that case? It was Tokonu. What did she do? She decided. She made the rule. She said until she appoints a judge to sit on it, no judge could sit on that case. Technology. Now, who read the other part of the story? Mama Cho Bibi wa Kwasiafo, Ghana Bar Association. Now, share there is and I quote, and these are the statements from the Chief Justice. The Supreme Court doesn't sit on vacation. There are no rules for Supreme Court to sit during the months of August and September. That is why the application was fixed for the 17th of October 2023. Discussions of fixing it for today should be premised on the Supreme Court not being able to sit during vacations except by a special fiat. Madam Tokonu Emma the judgment or say case the reason here why my judge bia antrasuno one fresh judge bia to come and sit on and say August September the court is on vacation even though na assembly is important or say the judges were on vacation in August and September. That is why the application was fixed for the 17th of October. Remember, we were going into an election, dangerous. We needed a hearing. Why didn't the Chief Justice say there is an automatic system? Let's see, say, we can get a judge to sit on this case because the democracy and the safety of this nation was very important. But the Chief Justice said that she could not appoint any judge to sit on the matter because they were all on vacation. She had that power, right? Did you have an issue with that? And Osako Enukachiramu say, discussions of fixing it for today should be premised on the Supreme Court not being able to sit during vacations except by a special fiat. It was see a chile BB and a bit to be pusuro until Sadiano or no dear, she was not going to make anybody sit on the case because judges were on vacation. Now you were obia to be taking another decision. No, she was the Chief Justice, or she is the Chief Justice, and what she says is final. That time, na Chief Justice Eka Sasem na Ghana Bar Association for nobody Ghana. Almost so the safety of the country na how moana. The chaos that thing could have brought na Ghana Bar Association for na how moana. Omuma any omukurunum any omunananum almost no monte Ghana Sasem ne for muana. Why didn't they raise an issue on this matter? Did the Ghana Bar Association tell the Chief Justice say she does not have the right to make that decision? The Ghana Bar Association is a stupid association. Omu nimunyansa, omu ejimi, omu ya politics. They think say yani Ghana for ya nkwasiafo. They can do politics with us. Now, mommy, go back to a Ghana Bar Association for statement. No. Now, who read this statement? Now, sorry. Who read this statement? So far, me read this statement. Yensia baby Ghana Bar Association for aka anything about law. Omojina eye emraso. Aka se emra we ne ye jina so. If you say president ni bumra we so. Ebe sinne. Na Ghana Bar Association extra statement. Omonfa emra biamba ye say president bumra so. Council of State bumra so. Another committee bumra so. Ebe sinne. The Ghana Bar Association in their 3-page document, they have not stated one law. Actually say John Dramani Mahama ebumra so. Now, when you read the 2nd page, this is what it says. Say suspension of the Chief Justice. And you see, adi omo kodwene ho a omo ka kire Ghana. There na omo ka wom. Revocation of suspension. The Ghana Bar Association calls for the immediate revocation of the suspension of the Chief Justice as it considers the suspension to be unconstitutional. They do what? They consider the suspension to be unconstitutional. The moment you tell me, say, Kevin Taylor, my adiebi or Ghana, now my action is unconstitutional, no? You need to be able to state the law that makes that my action unconstitutional. You cannot just tell me, say, my adiebi or Ghana, it is unconstitutional, without you stating the law that makes my action unconstitutional. So you just saying, say, the suspension of the Chief Justice by the President is unconstitutional does not make it unconstitutional until you back it with law that makes it unconstitutional. But this is the Ghana Bar Association. Where now bodam for? Where you call for almost mra, omunimum mra. Chief Justice Nekachom say everything they do should be based on law. But you are telling me that the suspension of the Chief Justice is unconstitutional without stating a law that clearly states, say, the actions the president took was unconstitutional. You merely saying, say, it is unconstitutional does not make it unconstitutional until you use the law to clearly define the action as unconstitutional. And they say, sorry, the whole day I can say me a president. Or Ghana. Because the action now Nipani taking, what are you basing on to say it is unconstitutional? Say, yeah, ball. Now say you try to be a penalty box. Action because name you try to be Emma referee bet to me Gina so I can say a direct handball and I say obi slide obi. That action, no, that thing that was done, no, and then Emma referee Gina so said this is a penalty. The referee cannot just stand there and stand at the center line and just whistle and say, let's go to the penalty box. It is a penalty. There should be an action that will call for that whistle to be blown. Now, if you're telling me, sir, what's the penalty? Show me the Nipani prove say we committing offense in the penalty box for you to call a penalty. Now, if you're telling me the president suspending the chief justice is unconstitutional, what law are you basing this on to prove to me say the president's action was unconstitutional? Actually, with Jimmy. Now, the reason why the Ghana Bar Association, some lawyers need to break off and form a new association. We don't need such a foolish association trying to distract Ghanaians. Now, who really call Enima or say? The Ghana Bar Association calls for the immediate revocation of the suspension of the Chief Justice as it considers the suspension to be unconstitutional, considering the fact that the President, who is not a judge or a judicial officer, exercised his discretion to suspend the Chief Justice under Article 14610 of the 1992 Constitution in the absence of a published constitutional instrument, statutory instrument, or regulations governing the exercise of his discretion as required by Article 296 of the 1992 Constitution. In the first place, the issue here is, what did the president base on to take the decision? The Constitution did not say that you need to be a lawyer before you can be a president. The Constitution did not say you need to be a judge before you can be a president. And the Constitution did not say that before you take that action, you have to be a lawyer to take that action or to be a judge to make sure that action is taken. The Constitution said the president has the constitutional rights. The Constitution was not saying that the president needs to be a judge before he can take the action. The Constitution was not specific that the president is supposed to be a lawyer to know the law. The Constitution stated that the President of the Republic, Mr. S, get me the Constitution, what is stated. That the President, after consulting with the Council of State, and then the Council of State finding out that they have a case against whoever the petition went against or goes against, the Constitution gives the President the right to take that decision. The Constitution did not say the President needs to be a lawyer or needs to be a judge before he can basically abide by what you people are saying he should abide by. If you see, what they are trying to say right now is the president does not know law. The president does not know the legalities. The president does not, he's not well informed when it comes to law. The president is looking at the basic constitution. Because if the president goes against the basic constitution in front of him, the president also has gone against the constitution. What if they brought a petition? The president did not consult Council of State. The president did not put together a committee. The president one day released a statement and said, I've sacked the Chief Justice. What were you guys going to say? You would have gone to court to say the president has acted against the Constitution and his action is unconstitutional. So the president right now is working or acting in conformity with what the law tells him to do. So he does not need to be a lawyer because the Constitution does not ask about a lawyer. The Constitution does not ask about the background of the president being a judge. The Constitution has given the president a directive. And the directive is what the president is following. So technically, the Ghana Bar Association is a bunch of fools who think that they can hide behind words and politics and the political party to distract we Ghanaians. Now, Mr. S, thank you very much. Did you bring it in? Mr. S, let me read this. I'm reading this because of the nonsense the Ghana Bar Association wrote in their letter. They are a bunch of idiots. What does the Constitution say when it comes to the president's decision and actions when a Chief Justice at the end of the day is supposed to be suspended? Now, let's read this together. And this is the Constitution. And let's read if the Constitution asks about the legal background of the president or whether the president should have some kind of background before he can make that decision. This is what the Constitution says. 10. Where the petition has been referred to a committee under this article, the president may, A, in the case of the Chief Justice, acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State, by warrant signed by him, suspend the Chief Justice. This is clear English, and this is clear grammar. So this is not a time for you to be telling us whether the president knows the law or does not know the law. The president is looking at the Constitution and what the Constitution tells him to do. So how come, say, a whole Ghana Bar Association, Omokache said they know the law. They are more intelligent than all of us when it comes to the law. Today, sit there and say, because the president does not have a legal background or a judge, he cannot take that decision. Because when you read Article 146.10, this is what it says. It is already a Ghana Bar Association for a year almost statement published here now. The president was using Article 146.10. Now, when you read what the Ghana Bar Association is putting out, now look at this. The revocation. Almost say the Ghana Bar Association calls for the immediate revocation of the suspension of the Chief Justice, as it all considers the suspension to be unconstitutional, considering the fact that the president, who is not a judge or a judicial officer, exercised his discretion to suspend the Chief Justice. The president basically based his action on Article 146.10. The president did not take any action out of Article 146.10. The president basically did what the Article 146.10 is asking him to do. So what has the president done wrong here? So also, who study statement now? They have not been able to point out that the president has committed a crime. What they are trying to do now is that they are trying to make it look like the president did not know what he was doing and that he does not have a legal background. He does not have the requisite background to take that decision. But at the end of the day, the law is the law. It is the law, and the law, Constitution, Article 146.10, clearly states that this is what the president must do or may do. So why are you skipping the law to let your opinion become the law? The Chief Justice, Madam Tokonu, told us that the law is the law. No amount of foolish noise can change the law. Now, when you go into their publications or their statement, Oko point B, enactment of regulations. Regulations. Hwade bi omochro wa ha. E ho na bohu se nkofo mu yankwasiafo. Oba B, say enactment of regulations. You know why they put this there? I will explain to you. The Ghana Bar Association hereby also calls for the immediate enactment of clear and comprehensive regulations relating to matters under Article 146 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana to ensure transparency, accountability, and fairness in all proceedings involving Superior Court justices, particularly in the context of the impeachment or removal of the Chief Justice, of removal of such officers. Almost say, suddenly, Oma Behu say, Eye Emrana, ye jina so, and they suspended people like the Chief Justice and those people in her category. Right now, no, the Ghana Bar Association say, ye enact emrabi. Say enact of regulations. Per se, ye de emrabi be share constitution ni mwa. Sa emrano, e be stopi obia say, at the end of the day, asem say bedawa, sibia ye hunu no, I'll see ye hunu in a different light. Do you know what they are trying to do? They are mechanic on what they are trying to do in the say. Almost say, Chief Justice Asemboya Abano, President and reverse the decision. No. Now, President and reverse the decision. We are. They also say, because of Tokonunti, ye wun so bad anti. Ye enact another day, a regulation. Now, young Franco Sham Renum, send ye beya, Asem say na Abano, ye bet me a cano in a different way. Yen can sibia ye cani, abra constitution, I shall say, yen can say. Now, what they are trying to do with this particular statement, and say, one, almost per se president, no, and reverse suspension. No. Now, when him say, in the first place, the Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice, Mr. Bonnie Edim Raba say, KCBA ni Ghana, ye bet me afraid without him giving the date. In the case biya I was say a friend or court and the Supreme Court no I was say on Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice Mr. Bonny on was on my date. Now you see, time Madam Tokonu the petition issue the buy no. Now the NPP wanted to go to court. In fact, they went to court. Now the Ghana Bar Association, they were the ones behind the NPP going to court. Now the NPP, they have hit a block because now the Chief Justice, the acting Chief Justice, will decide when the case will be called. Now what they want to do now, and they say, "Omo will say hit a block." So what they want to do is say, "Omo person president reverse the decision or the suspension, or reverse the suspension if we are." And in the first place, Omo first statement, they first talked about the Chief Justice directive. They are gradually, they are building a block. And the block they are building, they say, one, young force the Chief Justice to reverse his directive. That means, say, Embrana Washe say, or no one bet mama date, Emma Yako Court in the Supreme Court, said the Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice, Sam ready free floodgate in BA. Now, it's a floodgate in BA. Now they come to the second one, which is the enactment of regulations. Meaning, now they are going to go to the court and force the court to stop the proceedings. Now, how are they going to stop the proceedings? They are going to serve the general legal, they are going to serve the Council of State, they are going to serve the president, the NPP, the person through the Ghana Bar Association. They are going to serve the Chief Justice and intentionally halt the process. Because right now, the only thing that is stopping them from delaying the suspension of the Chief Justice, and also delaying the case, and they say they cannot go to court because the Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice, say he is the one who decides when a case will be called. Now, until they are able to reverse that directive, they cannot penetrate into one. The acting Chief Justice, reverse that directive, or reverse it quickly. What they will do is say they will go behind the scenes and go to court. When they go to court, now they will go and challenge the president's actions. They will challenge the constitutionality of the Council of State, and then they will intentionally sue the Chief Justice. When they do that, they have forced the president to sit back because now they cannot take action on the Chief Justice. That means the Chief Justice cannot be suspended. And who study right up now, they first spoke about the acting Chief Justice directive. And the enactment. What they will do is say, the moment the directive is taken away, they will go to court. Say they are seeking for enactment, meaning now they want to put a hold on the process. They want some enactment to be done in favor of the Chief Justice before the president pushes the petition to the Council of State. Because you see, right now, the president has pushed to the Council of State. Council of State have brought to the president. The Constitution has given the president the right to suspend the Chief Justice. Now, all this process, they want to quash it. And the only way they can do it is they want to put pressure on the Chief Justice, the acting Chief Justice, to reverse his directive. They will go to court and seek that they want an enactment on the law that looks at a Chief Justice or people in her category. So a petition is sent against them. They want to look at the whole process again. Court no more hold the process. And what was going to happen is the Chief Justice cannot be investigated. The Chief Justice will not be suspended. The president cannot even go ahead and move the petition to the Council of State, because now the court will restrict the president, it will restrict the Council of State, and it will restrict the Chief Justice from even doing what? Receiving the petition. That is why they indirectly, the way they drafted their message, first, Yanko after the acting Chief Justice. You man the pressure, not or reversing the directive now. Now floodgate ni be. Ebia na ye wura court, ni akase ye pay enactment. Into court enfa tabono ento the petition so. The moment they are able to enter court to get that ruling, the president, petition ekuta president, and he can't do anything. The president cannot forward it to the Council of State, because when they go to court, they will also file a case against the presidency, they will file a case against the Council of State, and then everything will be stuck. It's either we do the enactment. Now, the moment you touch the enactment, you are basically amending the whole process, meaning, that process, our president did so, Emma case will suspend the Chief Justice, it will be tainted, meaning it will be reviewed, meaning it will not be in the same shape again, meaning they are going to find a way to make sure, The process that we are all following, that we believe the Constitution is telling us to follow, no, they want to tweak it. And it's not almost calling for enactment. They want to amend the law. They want to amend the Constitution because of Tokonu. So to make it basic for you, no, the Ghana Bar Association, the woman who is leading the association, the NPP are the ones who wrote this petition for them, this statement for them to write. Because right now, NPP to me go court. And you know, for some time now, people are saying, say, yeah, the NPP, the spokesperson, Tokonuana. So right now, they want to step aside a little bit. They want to use the Ghana Bar Association to do their bidding. And into the Ghana Bar Association, I'll be releasing statement. Wait. Into the Ghana Bar Association, no, one way or the other, they want us to touch the Constitution. The Article 14610, no, they want us to enact on percent almost some BB on percent BB count. Send your beya emrana ye jina so they are suspending Chief Justice. No, the moment it shifted a little bit, you cannot suspend the Chief Justice because you see, it is a railway, it is a train track. So the moment you shift the track a little bit, the idea changing about be rolling off, and that is what they want to do. And it's almost started with the acting Chief Justice. Enactment. They are building a criminal block. Very, very important. Now, when you go to point C, this is what point C says. Let's read it together. My team, they are telling me time no day. Point C, no read it or say. Release of decision on prima facie case. Or say, in addition, the Ghana Bar Association calls upon the President of the Republic of Ghana to immediately release the full decision establishing a prima facie case against the Chief Justice, consistent with established precedents. This disclosure is necessary to ensure that the process is conducted in accordance with the principles of transparency and fairness. The Ghana Bar Association, the NPP through the Ghana Bar Association, almost say they are insisting, say the president, on release the findings are a concluded say the Council of State and the president, they have found a case or a prima facie case against the Chief Justice. And what the NPP through the Ghana Bar Association are trying to do is say they want the presidency to release findings to the public because almost say a BSc pain. Now the question here is a BSc pain no na yeda ben. Nana do dan kweku for the Charlotte say ebusa say she wants the petition. She wants to have a piece of the petition and see the petition, the petitioners, the omachro afan ho. Nana do dan kweku for said no. Now, under Madam Tokonu, the Madam Tokonu nasama ba petition fan ho no. Okache President Mahama say, "Ope 7 days e dey read the petition no." What did Mahama do? Mahama gave her 10 days. Open transparency and fairness. John Dramani Mahama has overdone transparency and fairness. Charlotte say the EC boss, Tamana Ekufuado, Ekuki petition against her, which we know. No? She was asking for fair hearing. She wanted to just see the petition. Nana Dodanko Ekufuado and the MPP Abai and said no, she does not have the right to the petition. Under Madam Tokonu wrote to the president that she wants to see the petition. She wants to read it. She wants 7 days to do that. The president of the republic gave her 10 days. John Dramani Mahama gave Tokonu 10 days to read the petition, analyze the petition. Tokonu was asking for 7 days. John Mahama gave her 10 days. Fairness and transparency. John Mahama Diama Tokonu, you know what they are trying to do? They are just trying to stall the process. They still don't have any law. Almost statement when you now also. Makai about 3 points. The Ghana Bar Association has not been able to state one law that makes John Mahama and the Council of State and the Committee on Action unconstitutional. So now, this letter is not coming from Makola Momoni Sellers Association. This statement is coming from the Ghana Bar Association. And so far, they have not been able to quote one law that shows to say whatever the president has followed till now, the Council of State, they have followed till now, and in the committee, they have gone against the Constitution. All that they are saying, we want to ask what is unconstitutional about what they are saying, or about what the president has done. The Ghana Bar Association, they are supposed to give us a law. President Mahama, the whole process, it has been unconstitutional. But these people have not been able to do that. You know what? Because they know that the process has been fair. The Chief Justice has been given fair hearing. Transparency has been there. Fairness has been there. The Chief Justice has been given all the opportunity to read the petition. So now they cannot speak on that. They are now saying, say, the basis now, Emma Council of State to me establish a prima facie case against the Chief Justice. No, they want to see. Why do you want to see? Why do you want to see? There's a committee. The committee is doing its job. The committee is using that basis to do its job. The committee is still investigating. So why should we bypass the committee and give you the basis? What the Council of State, basically at the end of the day, the conclusion they came to establish that there's a case against the Chief Justice. Why should we leave the committee and hand over the basis to you? Because the committee needs that to do its investigations. So at this point, what is the Ghana Bar Association looking for? They are a bunch of fools. Now, when you go to point D, furthermore, the Ghana Bar Association denounces any and all unsubstantiated political commentary or statement that seek to undermine the authority, independence, and integrity of the judiciary. Let me tell you, people, you are a bunch of fools. You have no integrity. You will not have no intelligence. The Ghana Bar Association is one of the most useless associations in Ghana. It's just an association. Association of disappointed lawyers. It's just an association like any other association. The Constitution does not give you any legal backing. You can state your opinions, but you cannot command the president. You cannot command the Chief Justice. For you people to even demand or command the president and the Chief Justice, it shows how stupid you people are, how unintelligent you are, and how you don't understand the Constitution. What you did is the final nail to that Ghana Bar Association we've been talking about, that it is political. You see, Mamika Bibin Chiramo, Jogate Yiriwe, the NPP are using her to do dirty job. Purely foolish, dirty job. And let me tell you, I can tell you on authority, the president that you know, the acting Supreme Court Chief Justice that you know, these fools cannot threaten them. The Ghana Bar Association, I am telling you, Ghana, for the president you know, John Mahama, and the acting Chief Justice, Mr. Bonny, this group of fools cannot intimidate them. The decision the Chief Justice has taken, it is indefinite. The decision the president has taken, it is default. No group, no association can force the president to change their decision. No. The Ghana Bar Association, no crime to Makacha Ghana for and say, Mr. P, Mr. S, the Ghana Bar Association, what I can tell you Ghanaians, and they say, it is not a group we can trust. Now it's about time yenya another or different associations when it comes to the legal field. The Ghana Bar Association over time, omu feel say omu ye unique. But from the beginning, I'm checking muchira Yena yama Ghana Bar Association abe corrupt. Yena yama Ghana Bar Association that power to be fooling in Ghana. You know, yeah. What Fabi to say Nagrat. You're the Ghana National Association of Teachers. You're Nagrat. You're concerned teachers. When the Ministry of Education takes decision, at the end of the day, they end up listening to all these associations. That is why Ghana National Association of Teachers, they don't have the monopoly to decide. At the end of the day, there are other associations the Ministry of Education has to listen to before they make a decision. But you see, when it comes to legal issues, the judiciary, Ghana Bar Association for too much room to fool. Because over creating impression, we say lawyers cannot open another association over America, at least where we live. We have the Washington DC Lawyers Association, the Virginia Lawyers Association, the Maryland Lawyers Association. I can tell you the DMV Lawyers Association, my father-in-law 2 years ago was the president, or 3 years ago. So I know there are so many law associations in America. Why is it in Ghana, a group of criminals protecting their husbands and their girlfriends come together and make the Ghana Bar Association look like, say, the Ghana Bar Association and a constitution and a omugina so they can to me call myself. The Ghana Bar Association is not different from Aglo. The Ghana Bar Association is not different from Malata Momoni Seles Association. The Ghana Bar Association is like any regular association. They went to school to learn law. Other people too went to the market to learn how to trade. Until we should not give them too much room. It's about time we started having different bar associations in Ghana. The NPP as a political party, they have infiltrated. Since Ekufuor the president, every year they are not the Ghana Bar Association. They turn the association into the NPP wing. They foolishly use the association against we the Ghanaians. Every single nonsense Ekufuor did, Bawumia did, the Ghana Bar Association were there to support their nonsense. We need to put a stop to this foolish monopoly. Ghana Bar Association is just there taking money from young lawyers, ignorant lawyers who think, say, if they don't join the Ghana Bar Association, they cannot practice. What they are doing now is that they are suppressing young lawyers. They are suppressing independent-minded lawyers in Ghana, making them believe or be part of an ideology that is not right. It's about time some lawyers started breaking out away from the Ghana Bar Association because it's monopoly. That thing that it's in their head that they can monopolize everything is making them corrupt. Right now, politicians are using the Ghana Bar Association to destroy our judiciary. But if we have 20 bar associations, one bar association cannot. No political party can infiltrate one bar association and destroy the whole nation. So I believe that this is the time that the bogus Ghana Bar Association, we ditched it and opened different bar associations that at the end of the day will be intelligent and honest enough to at least speak on the issues without being political. This is something we all need to do because we need an independent association. We need an association that will think independently. We need an association that will not be what? It will not be politically affiliated. Until we open different bar associations in Ghana, we will not have that independence the judiciary needs. We will not be able to govern this nation. Because let me tell you for a fact, 90% of those lawyers in the Ghana Bar Association are the same lawyers representing the criminal lawyers, politicians you want to stop. So we need to find a way. We need to find a way to dissolve the Ghana Bar Association. We need to find a way to make sure that we weaken it. And we should open new bar associations. The lawyers need to start breaking out. In fact, every region needs to have a bar association. We need to have regional bar associations. We need to have the Greater Accra Lawyers Bar Association. We need to have the Ashanti region. Every region needs to have a bar association. They need to be independent-minded lawyers. Because this foolish thing I just read to you, it's like some mad people sitting in an NPP headquarters writing something to, at the end of a distracted system. The acting Chief Justice is one of the oldest and experienced lawyers and judges in Ghana. Judge in Ghana. You foolish idiots cannot intimidate that man. When he became a judge, majority of you fools were licking the butt of politicians, working in political offices and working in some stupid offices as paralegals. You didn't know shit. It is because of Ekufuor's stupidity. That is why we are here today. The President of the Republic, a mere association cannot order the President to stop or to move away from the Constitution. The Ghana Bar Association is one of the most stupid associations in this country. We need different bar associations. Every region needs to have a bar association. We have 16 regions. And in all these regions, we have lawyers there. So we need to have bar associations in every region. Because the foolishness these people are exhibiting is getting out of hand. And I'm saying this because we cannot allow the NPP to be using the Ghana Bar Association to destroy our democracy. Nobody, in fact, no Ghanaian should take this Ghana Bar Association serious. If they think they have a case, they can go to court. A whole bar association Now, you see this? When the 1992 Constitution was being drafted, the Ghana Bar Association, they boycotted it in Kwasiafo. When the 1992 Constitution was being drafted, the Ghana Bar Association, they boycotted the drafting of the 1992 Constitution. But these same fools today want us to enact. These same fools want us to review the Constitution. These same idiots today want us to believe them. These are a bunch of fools. We are not supposed to give them any room. Now, let me show you something. These are people are almost say a democracy. Hey, go back into history. Now check a Ghana Bar Association, lead Bar Association based in there. The NPP surrogates, they politicized the Ghana Bar Association to date. Kwame Nkrumah opting, and I say when he was advocating for a Ghana Bar Association, the Ghana Bar Association that was not what Kwame Nkrumah was thinking or envisaging. Kwame Nkrumah wanted a bar association that was going to be independent and honest. But these same idiots today who are screaming that we should touch our constitution because yehu Madam Tokonusu ni pada. Yehu ayedian Madam Tokonusu ni judge da. Inti ende no asebe sine ye use constitution no. The stupid Ghana Bar Association is telling us to say we should not. Now let's put that we have given so much time to foolishly exhibit the foolishness in their whole lives time. Okujato, Sam Okujato, one bloody fool. Oh, reason and normal. The reason why na 1992 Constitution, Ghana Bar Association actually say they invited hairdressers, they invited tailors, they invited taxi drivers, they invited ordinary Ghanaians. It was some of the reasons why if it's who says today they are telling us what to do. That is why the Ghana Bar Association, we need to have a breakaway. We need to have different bar association. This guy, he wanted Rawlings to give him position. Rawlings didn't consider him because he's a snitch. This is a guy whose son raped his house girl. His son is in Canada now. This fool, every car he's driving today was given to him by Kufuor. This is a dirty old man. Every nonsense that Kufuor did in 8 years, Kwasi Appiah was defending it. These are the fools you have listened to. Last me read in the profile Chiramo. Osia Bible lessons, so say the Bible college no koye and other better also a lawyer. Kwasi Appiah. The Constitution itself, they did not join in drafting the Constitution. But today they are hiding behind Ghana Bar Association to tell us what to do. They did not consider tailor for. They did not consider hairdressers. They did not consider the ordinary Ghanaian because that time they saw themselves as superhumans. Today, we the ordinary people, you want to come and lead us. You want to tell us what to do. These old people, we are supposed not to give these people any room in our country. The Ghana Bar Association was here Guno. Senior lawyers in this country who are patriotic and reasonable, intelligent enough, you people need to start forming different bar associations. We need to have every region have its own bar association. We need to have 16 different bar associations in Ghana. That is the only way that we can have honest, patriotic, well-informed, and objective people speaking on Ghana's issues. These fools who did not help us draft the Constitution cannot come and determine how we should run our country. Jogate's wife, she cannot dare the president. This foolish idiot who wrote that statement. This is our last warning to you people. We don't recognize you people as intelligent people. Let the Constitution work. We support the president. We support the acting Chief Justice. The right thing should be done. President Mahama pledges 6 months of his salary to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. John Mahama ba no time na opposition or catch the Ghana for say atuma na oba be biefu to bi sa foto no so be di president a obebbo ho moden edisika tum na foto no edwuma ebedi ne den ye frɛ no eye Mahama Cares se bi obetu for the Ghana Medical Trust Fund na foto no sika Mahama pese ye di tum de o say ye nyina ne say yare bebre wo ho a se bi eye kwankro ye kase kwankro a eye chronic yare bi wo so a ya kwa yentumi nsia no yare bi also a sebi onipa dodo won Ghana no ye health insurance no entumi cover because yare na no edin John Mahama say ono ankasa de busuafo bi kurampo ahwere ne nsa efiri say yare bi wo ho a eye kwankro nti wentumi sebio enye sebio bibia na omutumi ye edisi ano kwan now eye Ghana Medical Trust Fund your friend Mahama case no and the Mahama bia no idea tare change na say ye de sika puduo kese ebetum na wa wo hwem wo PZ wa wo hwem wo bekwai wa wo hwem wo atonsu o hwem wo mikrom danu wa wo hwem wo mfanti krom te se ayeldo ana wo sirem na larugu wa wo hwem e wo bono krom ana enzima krom no ye jo Mahama se fund we ebe nyina ne say yare bi tumi bo wo ba na saa yare no health insurance and cover bibi to say cancer yare bi ho a yare akese obi ho a ohia surgery bi a health insurance no entimi cover enti John Mahama says saa foto no Ghana fo nyina ye be sika kakra de atum na yare bi bebo Ghana ni ba e de say wo a wote antobiase anase wote bantama udi John Mahama tem efiri say wo se ye de NPP twa wo fruma wa ebia wote PZ a wodi NDC fo atem efiri say wo nana bi ka kire wo say sebi wo ya Asantini nti wo ye NPP ni no John Mahama say emfa ho ne party a wo dom emfa ho ene enton a wo bo John Mahama say saa foto no say wote eye bantama ana menhia enchen ho baby na yare bo na eye kwankro yare na yentumi nso ano na yehia sikapuduo e de ayewo surgery a wo betumi akọ eme yi saa sika ni bi e de ahwe wo yare John Mahama share sabo we time na oye opposition leader eye time na owo opposition ebo a o share Ghana for no ende John Mahama ebedi president no saa ebo no we di so ema ende eye Ghana Medical Trust Fund eye foto no we bia no na de de won wo mu say yese utu sia na wa kire de ese amwa na mo kan mo amasem John Mahama ende obie foto we ano no o se ono busumi nsia na ketua ye ne Ghana fo betua no o se o de to eye de foto nim sebio ankrankra sika wo mu nsem kakra indwumaku a sika wo mu nsem kakra nipa bi a sika wo mu nsem a omopese omudi sika koto foto nim no John Mahama say obepese ye nyina beka etira bom na saa foto no ye de sika poduo betum sene ebe ya ebia obi nim aida yare bebo ye wo mrante bebre ni nam Ghana etwa ye omo ebi mo ho a omo twehye omo nantem ebi mo so ho a omo spinal cord achia ebi mo ho a omo akoma yare kese pa ebi mo ho a omo nim ada sebio ebebo mato bebre no didi John Mahama tem enso yare e wo mo ho nti bra ehyehyɛ omo ho etwa ehyehyɛ omo ho a omo bre no enu nti ela John Mahama ede de ede saa eye foto we aba nti o se saa foto we eye Ghana for foto nti o so ye Ghana ni a ebeye se wonso wo be support aban we na e foto no ye de sika egum ye nyina ya boa o se saa foto we enye ne nko ane dia enye ne dia enye ne madia eye ye nyina ye dia ene John Mahama kasaye nti ye Ghana ni na wo hweme a aban papa aba a odwene wo ho sebio ende obete o TV so yesi obi se kokoram anase yare bi ato ne batrim o se de ko abroche ko ne surgery obi o so yare bi ato de ne nana akomam o se ko ne heart saa efutuo we dwumadi a ebedi no yare bi etumi body pa na sebio yenya ho sika John Mahama se futuo we dwumadi ebedi no nti ebetuma bo hene ebetuma bo maame yare ebetuma bo ba yare ebetuma bo me yare ebetuma bo obi a nti John Mahama se bibia bro different proactiveness I will say ya dwen kokan I will say ma ya adwene mu do na ehu se yare etumi ba ebrebia nti de John Mahama ye ne se safutuo we wodin kind in a 6-month salary eto eye de na ketua bosumi nsia obedi president me na wo ka say John Mahama bedi president sika yetua ne kanyina wo say accountant general nyentua ne ka saa sika no motama bosumi nsia da afri eye January besia ne yemfa nkoto futuo nim na saa foto no yen start ever kakra entutum for the John Mahama kan brofun ma menya abote na medwum se na be a PZ for beti ase ye ka nyina ne se yare ade bi a ha se be oyenim de yare ana ada yare ebebo nipa o se ono angasa ne papa onya prostate cancer ema sebio ohwere ne nkwa ono an ne maame diabetes kakra ene eye blood pressure kakra complications kakra bi beka ho ma ne maame enso ehwere ne nkwa ne step mother enso enya breast cancer ɛna sebio ne step mother so efiri mu onim nipa bebra sebio nipa bi kura omo ban na ono ankasa ne nyonko pa sebio or starting the politics on nyonko twetwo mucho eba eye yare bebo no se ne otumi firi srem because ekwan a otwa ene okoba o se nipa bi kura ban wo de dwuma mu a omo mba ende omo de dialysis kidney problem it was say ehia se oye president no otumi etwa fotuo bi to ho na saa fotuo no eno na yede sika begum na sebio wo a wo ye asante hene nana a wo ti PZ a sebio asase a wo asante memu nya ye wo dia no yare bi bow na sebio menhia ntube nyi sika amawo sefa ko UK ko ye surgery a wo betuma ko mahama cares fotuo nim a wo ye Ghana ni ba no ye betam sika amawo na wo dia kwesa wo ho yare sebio ebia de bia de wo so nana ne otumfo asase a wo bekwa nyina ye wo dia sebio asante asase de wo de obi anim so nana dia na mo yare bo sisi ana unya cancer ana unya eye ulcer ana unya breast cancer sebio sata na otumfo ye busy na bi otumfo tu kwan na bi otumfo ya de foforo bi ye nye sika ma efiri so otumfo na nanam doso ye ni time a ye be fra wo nko atam sika hye wunsom efiri sa konwa no enye wo nko a wo dia John Mahama say we bie Mahama care eno ban na ebie eye wo dia eye media eye ono nso ne madia eye otumfo madia da eye wo so nananam dia yare kwankoro ebo na se sebio yentumi enso ano emu aye den sikasam ho aye den saa Mahama cares foto no eno ene ye betam na yeyi musika na ye dia ma wo de hye na sebio wudi atem no ye betam saa sika na dia ma wo de hye no na wo de hye no ye dia hwa wo yare enti Mahama cares ne sebio enya bole ban boyfo dia sebio enya ntafo dia sebio enya awonafo dia ni akase we dia NDC fo nko ande benya ho faso sebio eya asantefo so dia sebio eya yeni a yetuti a NDC no yenso ye dia eya yeni a yedi Mahama atem de bia wo TikTok yeni a yenimu hwanhwan se ko obi ma yeni so ye dia yeni a sebio yemfie ko enim kakra ye jimi a yehu sa aban koso a tribe nti yempese abadwatum no Mahama cares we foto no eye won so wo dia nti onyansani du so a sebio wajimi kura ombu so ye kwase ampanyi ohwe wapom din ehia no nti Mahama cares no enya de bia sebio eye endane ochina ne betwam eye the next 42 years a NDC te power no obi a oye Ghana ni bia yare kwankro sebio ebeto maame so ebeto papa so ebeto wo so ato ba so no John Mahama se aban wei edwene wo ho umpe wei na apeka ya motium wo ya dehye na nde cancer ye wa wo ya sure say wo dehye na wo ye no ye betam sika de wako UK ye ntam nko UK every say enya dehye a wo ye nti ena otumfo betam sika ma osefa ko UK me cancer so biem sa wo ya santini ba ye dehye na nde wo twe bebo ho na sa wo pesika akoye surgery na wo hie sika ko hospital sebio otumfo se tutu akonwa na wodi no sebio na nehyiafo no doso ontumi ntam gold ni nyina ma wo nko a enti abehwe wani ma wowu eni nti na NDC aban se adehye dodo a mudi John Mahama atem no sebio NPP fo dodo a mudi John Mahama ne NDC fo atem sebio imokua mudi di mematem se ma ye campaign di John Mahama ba power no musa mokua no yare kamo a sa Mahama cares we no sa fund we no ene na beje wo nkwa nti unya mokua bo nsem ma John Mahama mesesa wonya mokua bo nsem fa so nyame ni munyam na fa John Mahama ni munyam every say nyansa ene aban papa ba me say wo a wo hwe me wonya mokua bo nsem echo ya mokua na sa asem dede we untumi bo nsem mama yenko enim we ya John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana na dia akono se ende bibi foforo asesi agigim dia siri nyina ne say eye John Mahama wo position o hye Ghana for bo me say NPP 1 year pepe John Mahama win first year na mo part no ya ya ne settle paper ya paper ya to dia to ball mo dia John Mahama ne NDC ye no dia aban papa we ye no e kire wagimi now asanfo fro say sia enu so emu ode we ekoma adehye no mo amu ya adehye na mudi John Mahama atem no mo amu tuti a NDC no mo na sa asem we ekoma mo efri say asem papa de ba sebio mo amu mpese mo giatum no muntina sebio asem papa ne ba we so ya adefo fra John Mahama ebo a ohye Ghana a wedi so we ye boben ansa ne ekoto aba no because yeah I spoke on it ansa ne yekoto aba no John Mahama share Ghana for boss say Akorebia under his watch as the president of the republic and under the watch of the great NDC political party or say enkwara mu be free SS aba beko university eye tertiary institutions eye aban na hwesu bia no John Mahama ka say omo first year tuition no ye de becha omo efri say e wo say ye ma awofo no space na sebio omo so no aban tumi so awofo na sene kakra ene sa eboshe na John Mahama share Ghana no abem government launches portal for first year students of public tertiary institutions to register for financial support under no fee stress policy. It John Mahama says share sabono na nipa begin say John Mahama any NDC omuntumi nye and am no ka say John Mahama aban NDC aban a launch a year portal ye ka say portal a yo abrofo aye bibia sebio semidwudwe mo wate ase a etesa PZ fo na mu nyina maka mutira bom se mu beye bibi na bibi na mo beye no mo ba gigide mo ba gigi eto mo ba join the PZ with all due respect ebia omo no red wo PZ no PZ red consuming the men and women na ebeden ya boabo ma no e wo se munya eye book ba ku bi draw sa force cap book tenten no okwa na akotwe wudi se oh me pese me beye part of PZ the red association enti sa book na betire wudi ya enta wudi wo book mu a na akire se won so no sa emwa red association de ma ana se the ekuo no pese o join ne ya gi watum and ye bie eye sa portal no meaning say enkwara no fee stress no first year no omoko aban institutions tertiary institutions no you see ye bie pono no am ye se obia ma kiro ni din na sebio free first year tuition no free no and ye bie book no obia ma kiro ni din my end simple about me dwom because portal de so se bia portal tie no sebio nya nipa do mo PZ nya na te portal ase enti book na ye bie ma obi abetro di din say media meka free tuition no ho no first year no yende John Mahama ban alanche ye the book na to ye bie computer no betro din na ko school free 1 year na o second third fourth year no sebio sa time le nduru no agi loan e de atoa so enti ejebo no ende John Mahama and NDC for ejana bedu enti free no fee stress no and ye bie book no wow bako government tertiary institution bia no owo ho kwan se obeko akotro din first year student onfa ne din kwhyem say me ene afa me first year student John Mahama say me betro me din if you say afi ba ko edem anim a me beko school no enya ade a me betua school fees enti eno na me dwudwem ama mo PZ fo ni bi mate ase me sra wo MPP ni na wo de wo say MPP ni de twa ofuruma MPP na wo do the NDC ye nyina woni nso a oye branch chairman oye executive a on pese wo ba beko akwaji free no fee stress ibia mesraw tro letter koma school ni say wo ye MPP ni on pese John Mahama be ma wo ba no free tuition ni bi oye MPP chairman at this point I'm expecting all MPP chairmen MPP women organizer MPP DNDN for nyina mo Ghana say munko school wonko kanche schools ni say me wo fa se me nuaba eba university John Mahama the first year free fee na amanfo entua no munko yi mudin free if you say yenim se mududo no de saa de we muni nje ho enti we gidigidi nim mama metna TikTok nka say ai ena John Mahama enkura no be say tua ompa ko school wo ka kire school no penyini ni say ompe wa wo betua because diba bebre we kire a omu hia samwa no enti mesra MPP for tomorrow, the NPP, as a political party, they should issue a statement to their followers and sympathizers and say, so we MPP ni na John Mahama no fees stress policy say first year students na Omubewura University nursing training polytechnics Aban schools no sebio NPP for release statement say we MPP ni anisa oba enjoy this. Ye pese MPP for yes ade no ye pese mo amote TikTok no mo preach some message no say so ye MPP ni nko ade a oba eko university a first year no wan kasa ko tua fees if you say MPP for say we no entumi enye dwuma enti yesramo the NPP as a political party and mo followers no mumma we nya mo campaign mon kan che MPP for say John Mahama has started 8-year school fees of first-year students in public universities, public tertiary institutions, into more NPP for the money into Bianco. Now, country school for pay the phone say, only moba and free. More university, tertiary institutions are Ghana, a public. More somewhere first year, more trying TESCON. More from TESCON membership on Fanco school, more can say, because more TESCON members, you don't want to be part. And DC for more campus. I want you people to write to the TESCON group on campus. Say all the first year students to be members of TESCON or NPP for Kwarano. They should all write to the school authority. Norman country almost said they don't want to be part of Adeweya John Mahama Diaba. Interpreted TESCON for releases statement. Say NPP for Kwarano tertiary institutions or joining TESCON. They should release a statement that they don't want to be part of this no fees stress policy. Senebeya, omo support NDC agenda. John Mahama Trimupo, Nyansa NPP NDC diaba ebebo ma we hu ban no. Sanko for no yemfa sa sika no hwe omma. Every say yentumi fa sika nkɔhwe kwasiampanyi ba. Kwasiampanyi a ondwene Ghana ho yie. Kwasiampanyi a on support ade a ebeboa Ghana fo omkora. Yemfa sika no hwe enyansafo a omo support the ideas, the policies of the NDC. Inti NPP for yesremo. Wa we ninje hono, kochro wudin say yenyi wudin frim. It is very important. Inti ende asempapa aba, we Ghana ni a ma we ninje. Ghana ni na wo hweme this boy is a thief. Ni din the Williams Anefi Sapon. Baby abehunu bia hu so oyewi. Omo ono omo start ebo okro no, etwitwa atro no, san kofo nyina will go to jail. Omo ne no, they will go to jail. I've told Ghanaians say baby abehu boy way Williams Anefi Sapon bia sini who for. And I want to send this message to the new IGP. And I know this thing happened 4 months ago, I think so. Time Sadia we see an IGP new one on by it. I'm just sending this message. And all the police officers are police officer Odi boy when him Sadia no. I think right before the new IGP obey IGP no, not damn parino. This boy went to the Ghana Police Service and told them, say, his life is in danger. And that Otuminye Bibia, now me Kevin Taylor, I've put his life in danger. Into Dan Paremo man the police escort. And a Dan Parema and the police escort. This boy. I am telling the new IGP that police escort, if it is still in place, take it away. Respectfully. Sir, police for Mudi Sabwe Wenim Equadado police headquarters. I'm giving you to Monday. I am political police officers now. Omudi Sabwe Wenim Echo Ghana Police Service headquarters Echo Charles Antrono. Guided boy we say making that statement. Now, Yaman the police escort. This was before the new IGP came into office. Now, police escort no why. I am telling the new administration. They should cease giving this guy police escort because his life is not in danger. Whatever he came to the police station to say was a lie. And I'm not blaming the new IGP. That's why I'm saying, Adewe, it took effect before he came into office. And if Saobertoso and Awendorsi say, this criminal, Yaman the police escorter, you have to make sure that thing stops today. And yes, sir, the IGP, you will not like me. You will not be happy in your office. And I'm saying this on authority. Because we want to make sure the right thing is done. The right thing is done. And this goes to the IGP. Respectfully, I am adding a lot of respect to this. Because I know the police officers, NPP police officers, that police escort strip it off today. And I'm giving enough room. Because boy, nobody should give him police escort in Ghana. He's a thief. Ghana Police Service, the IGP, we are going on DSTV very soon. So you need to understand what I am saying. We are moving to DSTV very soon. Into Ghana Police Service, the IGP, I am sending this to you. So mama boy with police escort. Minister Dan Paramo time no started Saturday, no. I think before you came into office. But if it was right before you came into office and you know about it, today, that police officer or guard boy, we know, you people should call him back. Nobody should give this criminal police protection. This is a boy, he wanted to use the president's name to dupe millions of people outside. He wanted to destroy the president who gave you a position, Mr. IGP. John Dramani Mahama gave you that position. This boy wanted to destroy John Mahama. It is your duty to stop this boy. So take that police escort from him. I'm not going to talk about this again. Williams Anefi Sapon is a thief. He's a criminal. Nobody should do business. Memma Obia or Ghana Bian in your business. Boys are on kosher them echo planning evil against people. Those boys too are going to go to jail. Ebikra Sebu Ebibe Wafim. Until we need to understand this boy is a thief. Oma Bokrono, Omi Akromfo. The Ghana Police Service do not. All right. Now, nema amini ni papa we su ye wi. Williams Anefi Sapon, ne papa a criminal. He's also a thief. He's part of the cartel. Nema amini nema amenso a kromfo. Williams Anefi Sapon, nema amenso a wi. Nobody should do business with this woman on any banner and a bokrono no. Mema obia e mo musa chance no. Enti and I'm running through it quickly because time no day. Boy we Ghana for obia hu se oye kromfo. He's a thief. Thank you very much. Now all right team. One or two stories be our sister Numa I was say yemamu hu. President Mahama pledges 6 months of his salary to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. John Mahama ba no time na opposition o catch Ghana for say atuma na oba be bie fotuo bi sa fotuo no so be di president a obebbo homoden adisika tum na fotuo no edwuma ebedi ni den ye frɛ no Mahama Cares se bi obetua for the Ghana Medical Trust Fund na fotuo no sika Mahama pese ye di tum ye o say ye nyina ne say yare bebre wo hɔ a se bi kwankro ye kase kwankro a chronic yare bi also a yakwa yentumi nsia no yare bi also a sebi odipa dodo won Ghana no ye health insurance no entumi cover because yare na no edin John Mahama say onu ankasa de busuafo bi kurampo ahwere ne nsa efri say yare bi wo hɔ a kwankro nti wentumi sebi enye sebi bibia na omutumi ye edisi ano kwan now Ghana Medical Trust Fund a ye friend Mahama Case no and the Mahama bia no idea Tertiary change na say ye de sika puduo kese ebetum na wa wo hwem wo PZ wa wo hwem obekwai wa wo hwem atonsu o hwem obikrom danu wa wo hwem mfanti krom te se ayeldo ana wo sirem na larugu wa wo hwem e wo bono krom ana enzima krom no de John Mahama se fund we ebe nyina ne say yare bi tumi bo wo ba na sa yare no health insurance and cover bibi te say cancer yare bi wo a yare akese obi wo ha ohia surgery bi a health insurance no entimi cover enti John Mahama says sa foto no Ghana fo nyina ye be sika kakra de atum na yare bi bebo Ghana ni ba e de say wo a wote Antobiase anase wote bantama udi John Mahama tem efiri say wo se ye de NPP twa wo fruma wo a bia wote PZ a wudi NDC fo atem efiri say wo nana bi ka kire wo say bi wo ya Asantini nti wo ye NPP ni no John Mahama say emfa ho ne party a wo dom emfa ho ene enton a wo bo John Mahama say sa foto no sa wote bantama ana menhia enchen ho baby na yare bo na kwankro yare na yentumi nso ano na yehia sika puduo e de ayewo surgery a wo betumi akọ eme yi sa sika ni bi e de ahwe wo yare John Mahama ehye sa bo we time na oye opposition leader time na owo opposition ebo a ohye Ghana for no ende John Mahama ebedi president no sa ebo no we di so ema ende Ghana Medical Trust Fund foto no we bia no na de wanwa wo mu say yese utu sia no wachire de ese amwa na mo kan mo amasem John Mahama ende obie foto we ano no ose ono busumi nsia na ketua ye ne Ghana fo betua no ose ode to de foto nim sebio ankorankora sika wo mu nsem kakra indwumaku a sika wo mu nsem kakra nipa bi a sika wo mu nsem a omopese omudi sika koto foto nim no John Mahama say obepese ye nyina beka etira bom na sa foto no ye de sika poduo betum sene be ya ebia obi nim aida yare bebo ye wo mrante bebre ni nam Ghana etwa ye omo ebi mo hɔ a ɔmo twehwɛ ɔmo nantem ebi mo so hɔ a ɔmo spinal cord akyea ebi mo hɔ a ɔmo wɔ akomayare kɛseɛ paa ebi mo hɔ a ɔmo nim ada a sɛbio ɛbɛbɔ ɔmo ato wɔ bebree no didi gye ɔmo ha ma tem enso yare ɛwɔ ɔmo ho nti bra ɛhyehyɛ ɔmo ho ɛtwe a ɛhyehyɛ ɔmo ho a ɔmo brɛ no ɛno nti ɛla gye ɔmo ha ma ɛde deɛ ɛde saa ɛyɛ foto wei aba nti ɔsi saa foto wei ɛyɛ Ghana foɔ foto nti ɔsɔ ɔyɛ Ghana ni a ɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɔnso ɔbɛ support aban wei na ɛfoto no yɛde sika egum yɛn nyinaa yaboa ɔsi saa foto wei ɛnyɛ ne nkoa ne dia ɛnyɛ ne dia ɛnyɛ ne mma dia ɛyɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛ dia ɛnna John Mahama kasaayɛ nti yɛ Ghana ni na ɔhwɛ mi a aban papa aba a ɔdwene wo ho sɛbio ɛnna ɔbɛte wɔ TV so yɛsɛ obi sɛ kokoram anasɛ yare bi atɔ ne batrim ɔsɛ yɛde ne kɔ aburukye kɔ ne surgery obi a ɔsɛ yare bi atɔ ɛyɛ deɛ ne nana akomam ɔsɛ kɔ ne heart saa ɛfotuo wei dwumadi a ebedi no yare bi a etumi bɔ nipa na sɛbio yɛnya ho sika John Mahama sɛ fotuo wei dwumadi ebedi no nti ebetuma bɔ ohene ebetuma bɔ maame yare betuma bɔ ba yare betuma bɔ me yare betuma bɔ obi a nti John Mahama sɛ bibi abroni friend proactiveness ɛwɔ sɛ yɛdwen kɔ kan ɛwɔ sɛ yɛma yɛadwene mu dɔ ne ehu sɛ yare etumi ba ebre bia nti deɛ John Mahama yɛ no sɛ saa fotuo wei wodi nkan de ne 6-month salary ɛto ɛyɛ deɛ na ketua bosumi nsia a obedi president mena wo ka sɛ John Mahama bedi president sika a yɛtua ne kanyina ɔsɛ accountant general nyentua ne ka saa sika no motama bosumi nsia da afiri ɛyɛ January besia ne yɛmfa nkoto fotuo nim na saa fotuo no yɛn start ɛmfa kakra entutum